Hey, my guess is that you already know this, but this past Sunday, we overwhelmingly affirmed Matt Missler as our next lead pastor. So I just want to say thank you for being part of that and for showing your confidence in our leadership in their selection of Matt. And a few of us went out to lunch with Matt and Jenna and their sons, Eli and Asher. I'd not met their sons before, and it was really fun getting to know the whole family. Some for the first time and others just get to know them better. You're going to enjoy them too. All right, so as we move forward, a word that's going to take on significant meaning for us as a congregation is the word expectation. Now, it's important that we all understand together what to expect as we move through this transition. So, Matt's first Sunday with us will be Sunday, July 19th, which is VBS Sunday, by the way. His first day in the office will be Monday, July 20th. He'll spend that week beginning to become more familiar with our staff and leaders, and his first Sunday to speak will be August 2nd. Now, many of you already know that our Sunday gatherings are our largest events on a week-to-week basis. But I want to make sure that you know that it's only a small part of what our staff does each week. And while Matt is an excellent speaker, it's his leadership and relational skills that made him stand out during our search process. And the reason that I'm not immediately stepping down as lead pastor is that our elders have asked that I remain in my position for a while to work beside Matt to help him understand our systems, to get up to speed as our next lead pastor. And during this time, we will be co-lead pastors and we will share the speaking load. Now, for those who don't know, our plan is that when the time is right, I will transition into our senior adults pastor. And as I've prayed about what is next, and I've done that for a while, I sense God calling me to work with senior adults, which I think is going to be fun. I think those with the most life experience have a lot to offer to the kingdom. So part of what makes that exciting to me is knowing that the 55-plus demographic is growing faster than the school-age population. And there are some projections showing that this group will make up nearly a quarter of the population of the state of Ohio in the coming years. And not all of them know, love, and follow Jesus. So, my plan is to make sure that we flood our senior population with those equipped to be disciple makers, that we make sure we are all giving of our resources, including time and abilities and financially, and to make sure we are the biggest cheerleaders for the generations coming behind us. And I know I've shared that before, but I wanted to remind you of that. And on Grad Sunday, I shared Psalm 127, verses 3 and 4. Children are a heritage from the Lord. Offspring are a reward from Him. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are children born in one's youth. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. Arrows get shot where the warrior can't go. And our children will reach people some of us won't even be around to meet. And it will be our privilege to encourage them forward. Plus, we're gonna have a ton of fun in the process. And the plan is to make everyone else jealous that they're not 55 years and older yet. All right, let's get ready for this weekend. Listen, we're all worshipers. The question isn't if you worship, the question is who or what do you worship? So this Sunday, I'm going to kick off our new series in the book of Judges with the challenge Joshua gave to the Israelites. Choose this day whom you will serve. So Joshua was speaking to Israel as they stood at a crossroads. They had the promised land. They had seen God's power at work. But now they faced a choice that would determine everything, not just for them, but for generations to come. It's actually the same choice that stands before us today. Will we follow the God of the Bible, or will we find a substitute? And if not the God we find in Scripture, maybe we'll lean back into something that our parents worshiped or something that our culture celebrates. Or will we choose Jesus or choose not to choose, which, by the way, is a choice. Here's the deal. If you choose to follow Jesus, you choose once, and then you choose every day afterwards as well. Because I hope you can join us this Sunday as we discover what happens when a generation stops choosing God and what it means for us to choose Him every day. I know that some who join us each week are trying to figure out all of this, but I hope that we will all end up saying with Joshua, as for me and my house, we'll serve the Lord. So whether you join us online or on campus this weekend, really looking forward to seeing you.